just a good, almost close to 25 seconds slower than W7M. And so that's quite a staggering difference. But despite that, they actually have the same amount of attacking win rate. So it really does go to show, in this era of Siege, you don't have to follow a script, you can play your own way.
You say it's the third slowest, is that correct? Third slowest? Yeah. Right. But watching these rounds, I'm not thinking Faze is a slow team. Yeah, they will set things up correctly, but when they start going, they do not stop.
Well, round 5 then. Ready a raring off the back of that tactical timeout. And we're heading to the basement site. It's KZ to play first contact on Wamai, and those discs are great counter to the Batal. Flushed out though. Cyber probing. And there's another outline. His partner in crime. It's Herds on the Warden, so Cyber needs to be very careful here.
I mean, W7M just can't get these early contact fights to go their way. Again, it's another one for Faze. And obviously, at this point now, I think W7M look a little desperate. They're seeking it really aggressively and probably a little overzealous in that, and now they're getting really punished for it.
And that's the thing. This is kind of what we want to see from W7M. Usually, they do play overzealous, they do play those high risks, but again, emphasize here, they do it as a team. Velipox, not the guy to solo aggress typically. We gotta talk about KC and Herds, where are they? But on this round, they're playing stuff like Omai, and...
Has he been droned?
Yeah, is Herds actually sneak? Oh, he's got the flank. He's got the creep around.
Herds coming through the corridor very slowly, and maybe a moment for W7M that could bring a round back, a round that they've still yet not been able to find successfully. Logic Bomb goes out, and with that, Herds has to actually pull back momentarily.
Just has to buy his time. He can put that phone to sleep and re-aggress on the flank later in the round. KDS already inside of Freezer alongside Cyber. Two big targets for him to find.
Thing is, Hertz timing here. He wants to find more than one kill. He's looking for the lurk very slowly, but his team is saying, it's not time yet, wait. Let them all come down the staircase, then go for the flank.
Double push Freezer. Hertz will be the player to go for that flank for W7M. It's the best win condition that they have thus had so far. Hertz must win this in dark. Headshot on the Cyber. But Core maybe didn't anticipate KDS. He is watching the stairs profusely, expecting then KZ to swing. Now takes the battle in the DMR battle with the Aruni of JV92. Wants a bit of help and will seek and get it from Nade. One gas babe still left in the back pocket as well. 3-on-2 for Faze. W7M holding on by the skin of their teeth.
And the smoke canister will just stall out the default plant for a little while longer.
Little shift over, but Henny's got a good push coming in from Elbow. JV falls, and they know the last one remains inside of Freezer with no gas babes. The chance here for Nade is very unlikely. Does his twin brother come and finish the job off? Handy wants to go for the peak. Nade, the red ping, a little bit of information up close from Pillar. It's solved! It is a disaster of a start for W7M, but for Faze, it's a dream that's becoming a reality. 5-0, and that little camp of W7M is silent.
They were here on stage, and he said, Sonics, well, we couldn't find our balance, when to aggress, when to fall back, and that dance around. And so far in this event, up until now, I think Virtus Pro came the closest to beating W7M by having the right pace, knowing when to hold an angle, expect aggression, and when to aggress yourself. But Faze, they have played it perfectly when it comes to balance for these 5 rounds in a row.
I mean, it should be said, through this upper bracket run for Faze in the tournament thus far, at no point have they 7-0'd a team. Imagine a world in which that happens to begin an SI Grand Final. Well, it's not too far away from being a reality. 5-0 start into the final round of the half. And again, mind you, there are absolutely no expectations for Faze that they're going to squander this chance in the second half. Going onto the defense, they will be in the driver's seat for sure.
Oh boy, flashes, rappel on in, and we see those of them this time. They're not fighting it, they're falling back. They're saying, okay, when you want to take space, we'll give it up. Yasho will kill a drone, fall back because they've killed 5 so far. JV on Solus looking to gain more intel here, but it comes down to, again, the entries.
So JV92 chipping away at that drone economy, and as you can see in the top left, only 3 remaining here for Faze. Would that be their downfall? Will that be the error, or perhaps the counterplay from W7M that they've presented in shutting that down? Could that be the win condition for them to finally get a defensive round win here on Oregon?
Very well may be. And again, we might actually see the time be an issue right now. We see here the duos, Solus and the Oryx playing together on Launch's side, but the catch is there. KD's again outside the building, holding it down.
5 versus 3. And again, it's Faze that set the pace, the tone. The trendsetters at the moment in this map of Oregon, W7M, are on the back foot the entire way through this first half and remain so even towards the very end. Cyber gets aggressive through bedroom. Flush went out, gets the red pigment nade on the swing, successful. Another one on the balcony. At least a little bit of a fight back here from W7M, but JB can't make the plate work. Denied, shut down. This is a slaughter! Absolutely perplexed as to what we are seeing right now to begin this grand final. 6-0 to Faze in the opening half. It is their map pick after all, and boy, are they showing us why.
Since the best-of-5 format has been introduced to the Six Invitational, no team has ever won a map in a 7-0 fashion. The most dominant was G2, map 3 of Bank in 2019. That was a 7-1 victory. No 7-0s to speak of.
Wow. I mean, history will be made one way or another tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. Records are meant to be broken, and King gets droned out, forced back. Does get rid of the drone, does also throw out a gas babe early on. Good information early for W7M. Might just find their groove on the attack. Less pressure, if you will, although the pressure's gone at this point because they're so far behind when it comes to the scoreboard. Down 6-0. But I will say, I've already been a part of a 6-0 comeback at this very tournament. It is possible. But W7M will have to be utterly perfect if they are to do it. And like you said, Nick, maybe in a best-of-5, it's better to conserve that energy.
Has to be a consideration at least. W7M, yeah, they've won majors, but not like this. Not when you've been pressured so hard in the first map so far. They got the Blitz, they got the OSA. They have a strategical way into this round without much counterplay from the defense. Handy and Cyber, they have impacts.
Cyber aggressing over towards blue. But certainly this OSA could play a pivotal role in capturing control through Freezer. For FaZe, they're able to just brute force their way through in the gunfights. But a bit of utility laid here from W7M.
Yep, we gotta see Handy or Cyber make a rotate once they see those OSA shields getting deployed, those Talon shields, and KD is there. So now if they get the intel, go for a swing, out impact goes, take that Freezer control back.
5 stack on site for FaZe defensively has kind of allowed W7M to get into very critical positions. Laundry and Freezer, an opening kill for Herds. Finally, feels like a long time coming for W7M to get themselves into this very position where 60 seconds left into the round, they can start to strangulate those of FaZe on site. Handy has been quite good. Who's going to get the response for FaZe? Because it feels like it's coming. They've been the team so far in this map that have always had the answers.
KDS as well with keeping barriers through Freezer. Keep an eye on Handy though, on the chassis. If he is not flushed out, if he's not considered by the attack, he could be a difference maker.
Oh, Handy wins it against Herds. The lead box now comes in on the blitz. White gets the kill. Double for Handy. Then they all fall. King is Cyber in a 2 versus 2 to win this in a 7-0 fashion for FaZe. They've got the chance to create history, but King falls. Down to Cyber. Coming through pillar, nade for the plant. That's a big plant. Watch down at the KZ. Cyber, can he create history to begin this invitational? Oh. No! W7M are on the board for the first time at the 6 Invitational.
And the crowd loves it. They've been waiting for that for a long, long time.
6-1 the scoreline. W7M able to ward off a historic first map with that 7-0 storyline now put to bed. Does W7M, do they keep fighting this one out though?
Now you got to. It comes down to 1v1, you're gonna keep going. At least until things are over. Again, round by round, either they have to go all the way to overtime or they gotta lose soon, because losing like 7-5 again, those energy reserves. But I think you said it well, Sonox, just, it's a free map in their mind, right? That's how you gotta play this mentally, but still try.
It's that one round at a time mentality that needs to be taken here now by W7M. I know it seems difficult and a long journey, but that has to be the mindset here. Forget the scoreboard, take it out of your mind. Treat each round as if it's 0-0. You cannot let that scoreboard affect you here. Teams have been able to make these gigantic comebacks before, and boy, wouldn't it be great if they could do it here at the 6 Invitational Grand Final. The other thing as well, even if you fall short, even if it ends 7-3, 7-4, you can take that momentum into your next map.
You can. Start feeling comfortable in server, take this as a warm-up, if you will, right? Get everybody active, get the communication flowing, and if you end up feeling better than you started off with, that is a win for W7M here, despite losing.
I'm really liking this advanced position from KZ. Already inside of Freezer. Some of those Goyo canisters have been dismissed by JV92, but decent counterplay from Faze on site. You can see KZ lurking around. Elsewhere though, it's Herds contesting Cyber in blue.
Oh, big impact though from Cyber. And I'm not just talking about the nade, it's the fact that he gets the kill, and that really does put a wound for W7M onto their attack. Down a player means they cannot overload these positions on site as easily. Flash plus the smoke to allow the crossback. Really good team play then from Faze, and Cyber's able to get out of that deep blue position. Vidiking, one more gas babe available, but holding an aggressive close angle as JV92 starts to peek down backstairs.
60 seconds then. Can W7M make it work with the man disadvantage? It's a really tough challenge, especially on a site like Basement Oregon, where you need to have a lot of pressure, but it's KZ to drop Cyber.
I think JB's going for a bit of a rotate here. Light hatch drop might be the play. Oh, KZ gets the kill. It's KDF. Faze, we're looking for the response. Still over towards Elbow. That does need to be cleared out. For Leapbox there, though, of course, with KZ. Shoulder to shoulder, they can push together. The flash. It's full white for Vidiking. No response comes through. Free for KZ before it falls to Handy. Trades though. Pillar. One back by Faze. Down to a 2 versus 1. Because Davey wins his battle. Handy versus Leapbox to try and seal this map for Faze. It's down to Handy. Leapbox goes hunting. Kit not with him. He's done it. Handy for Faze wins the opening map of the 6th Invitational Grand Final. It's 1-0 to Faze. What an early statement.
My word! A 7-1 curtain raiser from Faze, dismissing any doubts that this was going to be a runaway for W7M. They have now set that bar high.
To them. And W7M so far throughout this tournament have not really been punished for their aggression. And Faze today, yeah, they didn't allow them to fall back. They didn't allow them to push up. They just kind of stayed away and then took long fights that I don't think we've seen so much from so far.
Is it structure? What is it that's winning them, Fresh?
I think you've got to, for W7M, you've got to wonder whether it's a little bit of pressure, right?
Yeah.
I think the pressure, obviously, of a grand final gets to anybody. God, I was scared before coming on this desk. But the one thing that I will say is we're so used to see from W7M, Herds and KZ particularly, is this kind of snowball effect. They pick up 1, they pick up 2, they pick up 3. Yesterday, they were fighting their ways out of multiple crossfires. Today, we've not really seen any multi-kills coming out of those guys in quick succession whatsoever. Faze have just been shutting that down.
They will find any pocket of space, they will immediately take it, and with the mechanics that W7M typically present, they often win out those opening engagements, then compound that space into what is then a really clean execute.
Okay, then I gotta say, we gotta watch Cyber and Handy in these rounds. They were very big in those opening engagements on Oregon, especially Cyber, running into his opponent as always, even outside the building.
I think it's important for W7M to get off to a good start here. A very strong start, especially attacking into bank. You need to be very much on the move, clearing out these roamers, especially when it comes to basement. And so far, so good. Haven't lost anyone early. Starting to get a bit of a foothold inside of the map. Clearly, you can tell they want to go for this top square take. Top down to the bottom, clear everything out. Maybe slow things down a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. The other thing is, we haven't really seen W7M attack that much in this series.
You can see KZ there, perfect example. Happy to drone himself forward and then takes the initiative to take that space himself. He's not relying on necessarily his teammates to aid as they're doing other things around the map at the same time. Herds, meanwhile, makes himself known in stock. Hatch will be opened up off the back of the X-Kairos from Nade, and that will put pressure in towards that open area position.
ADS.
Oh!
Opening kill. Fast though from KZ on the drop through the hatch. Hatch opened up as well inside of open area. Just over 90 seconds left in the round, but again, it's more of a good start from Faze than it is for W7M, and that's not ideal for the team needing to find the response on their map pick as Handy sits inside of elevators at the very bottom, waiting to see if someone from the side of W7M gets aggressive, pushes over. Leapbox is up and around that area towards main stairs, but not going towards elevators, not just yet at the very least. Open area in control for W7M. They still got to go and get to work over towards the square. They haven't even opened up at that hatch.
I mean, they jumped on the hatch open area. Okay, we're gonna come for those roamers, trade back those numbers from 4 versus 5 to a 4v4. But all of Faze immediately when they got that kill, all the way back to side saying, we got numbers advantage. Goyo canisters, Meister cams, they got a C4 in pocket. They're right where they wanna be to deny the plant, and they have one more gun available as well.
And good denial from the defense onto those shock drones. Will keep those Maestro cameras, those evil eyes, alive for a little bit longer to feed more information to the 5 members standing of Faze.
Handy with the next kill. kill onto Nade. Isn't that fitting? And then a second from KDS as well. So far, it's just stalwart defense from Faze. There's no chink in this armor. Faze flawless for the second map, just like the opening of the first. It is a standing ovation from the crowd. And so far, Faze continue to set the tone.
Alrighty then, top four we go. Round number 5, W7M rolling this momentum forward on attack and well and truly silencing the doubters after a disastrous map number 1. As mentioned, top floor, Mirror back in play. Castle as well, Azami barricades as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of utility once again for the attack to deal with, but they have the explosive tools to do so.
That's the thing though, we've seen Faze now in 3 rounds play util, in basement on the roam, in basement on site, now here in CEO. The util isn't really working. Yeah, you got the mirror windows, you got the castle barricades, but not round defining for defense. It comes down to the brawl on the bomb site, the gunplay, the trading, and most importantly, the opening kill. Who can play that round 5 versus 4 and maintain that momentum?
And the Valkyrie as well is in play. Now, often we don't get to see just how much value that is providing because we don't know exactly who's watching what cams at any given time. But if they're not found just like that, they can be deadly. So some really good drone work again from Nade.
Oh boy, Hurts on the IQ, he's gonna find that camera most likely. Yeah, there it is, Sees one and sees the other. So they put one cannon a little bit more obviously, hit the second one, but this will be a dark air aftermath in 2 seconds.
90 seconds left in this 5th round so far. W7M have found the response that they absolutely required coming into the second map of the grand final. Faze just feels like momentarily on the ropes. Can they get a counter punch in? Can they find a way to get an opening kill? So far, the early engagements have been going the way of W7M very consistently here on Bank.
It's very evident that Faze is sitting back right now, saying, guys, don't make the active play, let them come in, then play together. No one's swinging, no one's taking risks, but they're giving them too much space in the attack. They're at the bomb site with a minute left in the 5v5.
1 minute left into top square they go, opening up these sight lines. There will be a contest though from Faze. Stock hallway still in their favor. Keep it barrier to plug the hole. Souls gets aggressive. How Nade hasn't got the clue to be aware of the position he's standing in. 4 versus 4. Great job from Hurts to at least get that quick little comeback kill. Faze onto Cyber. W7M retake the advantage with 30 seconds left. They're the flash. KDS full white. He's wary though of a stock push, but no one's coming from that direction. Handy to fall as well. Advantage still W7M though. They continue on forward, marching towards this site, finding kill after kill. Down a bit of King into 1 versus 3. He will find one. No! Should have got that one, but not to be, and that probably says everything for W7M on Bank. It's all going their way.
And again, it's Hurts over towards that top square into stock hallway position.
So, 7th round to begin the second half, and a great start from Souls. Well, Jesse was mentioning aggressiveness on defense for W7M, but through stock, an opening kill for Souls, and that's the perfect start for Faze.
And I really like what Jesse mentioned as well with Cyber as we get a look back at that replay. Cyber on Buck gets super quick map control, ridiculously quick, especially transitioning in towards that open area position. Nade is holding that currently. He is though on drone and he'll look up above, taken low. Doesn't elect to drop the hatch straight away though.
Going to be a very aggressive start here. Faze has already got Nade in a very perilous position, stuck inside of open area, goes for the spray. Now expecting response from that stock hatch, but no drop to come through just yet. KZ loved his position though over towards main stairs. Close angle, shotgun, and he should be good from there. No! What? KDS, I mean, he did have a slight high ground advantage and then shot through the stock wall. The retreating Felipox cannot get very far. And a 5 versus 2 start from Faze. So quick in their approach to get inside of the map. And they are just slaughtering through this defense of W7M. That last round of the opening half proving to be so pivotal. If Faze are going to play like this, W7M are in for a treat. Great shot from JV92, but the pressure won't stop there. No, from main stairs, it's KDS. Faze make it 3-4.
That's a statement. We have gone through the last, 2 weeks or so saying, defender sided this, defender sided that. The numbers very much prove that it was indeed for a very long while a heavily defender sided meta. I do want to say though, it was so quick because there were a couple of drones inside open air from the prep phase of things, and that shouldn't happen, but it is because look who W7M they banned. They banned Ying, and Solis. So now you're on defense. Faze, they are an intel-reliant team. They don't know where those drones are from the attackers, and that's why the attack was so quick. They had drones in open area, drones in heaven, entries, run in the building, block the floor open, and you just feel like you're under so much pressure from the get-go on defense, and you, W7M, they banned the Solis.
To top 4 we go then for round number 8. It's the double, in fact triple hard breach lineup here from Faze.
Love that.
You have Habana, Ace, and Thermite. So you'll be able to open up Kanto wall. You'll be able to open up the main walls as well and apply pressure onto this defensive structure.
Yep, things starting to pick apart here. The big question mark now, the mirror windows. How much value can you get? There's no Ashe, there's no Kali, no real counterplay from Faze in that regard. In fact, they don't have smoke grenades, so those mirror windows, that intel, will likely stay up the entire round.
I mean, I think it's just the ranged hard breach, right? You've got to combo Habana and or Ace to clear those positions without the likes of a Capital as mentioned.
Yep, let's see. Hurts took the advance on the window, might go for a punch and a quick peek. With the right timing, he might find Cyber from behind.
Yeah, Cyber just outside Terrace, wanting to make his way in towards top square. Has done it. No! Timing! A couple of seconds later, and Herds may have missed that opportunity. Great opening kill for W7M. That's the kind of aggression that Jesse told us at halftime he's expecting, he desires from W7M. But one back from KDS. Really strong kill. Oh, Nitrous from Hertz is even stronger, and it makes its impact known. Once again, a 4-on-3.
We know how important the rappel game is, so a huge Nitro there. Can that potentially make things easier for W7M? They now have the man advantage. They have line of sight towards that plant position. It's up to Faze to create a play.
Yeah, but they have no one inside of, well, sorry, they have one inside of Janitors. That's the one play that can stop this plan. Because there's no C4s, if you clear out Janitors, they can maybe plant here.
50 seconds left and 4-on-3 for W7M. Faze starting to go for that top square push, third in the round. Herds. Oh, they got it! It's a quad kill from Herds. And there's the back-to-back major champions have arrived here at the arena. Well and truly. Sure. W7M set the challenge, but these guys are up for the task of responding. Up 5-3 now on Bank.
And as we edge closer and closer to a potential overtime, a timely reminder that at the 6th Invitational Grand Final, we have infinite overtime in play. I'm just saying.
Mindset!
Don't teach me like that, Gus, because I want to see it. I really do. Take us all the way. It can be map 2, I don't care. But we gotta go there at some point. Oh man. Faze went for a quick side rush last round. Of course, not gonna happen again. They're gonna slow it down here. Got the Grimbees as one of the big win conditions. We saw Hertz last time on CEO playing aggressive between the windows.
That's the only Nitro cell they've got. So we think about that Repel game last time out, very strong in trying to deny that from W7M. Well, this is the only Nitro cell to really try and deal with that.
Will it work? KDS precariously close. But it doesn't. I believe it has been exploded. In fact, it has been used. Herds, though, will hold the position at least temporarily.
And mind saying, there's no Capital, there's no next in the meta. You can just chill in the corner if you're Hertz. He cannot be cleared unless they go downstairs below. So he can just relax.
Oh, Mirror's broken. Handy gets a kill on the Herds. Lo and behold, that means quite a lot for Faze now as they can start to push into the map from other avenues. Say stock, say top square. Don't have to put everything into this Repel game.
Interesting. The ankle there, once been lovely repelled, finding that kill from Handy on Kanto. Yeah, long line to side. Now there's him on the back foot. No C4, no plant deny, but they have Janitors control with that mirror window, or that position at least. That might get them somewhere.
KZ senses that this is an important part of the map to hold, but it's JV92, as is often the case, to step up this time around. KZ eventually produces results, and it's now a 4 versus 3 in favor of W7M.
Yeah, it becomes a big issue now for Faze. They don't have the numbers in terms of hitting sight quickly. They're still very much outside of the map. 3, all of them are outside, still on these repels as well. Trying to maybe get lucky, find one through Kanto, the wall near the elevators. KDS, and it's a double no. It's just the one swinging in towards airlock. He has been able to get in successfully with the kid in hand as well. Red Pink trying to clear front desk, needs to, does, barely stays alive, and Handy as well finds his second in the round, but Janitor strong in the defense, and KD, 3! And a 1 versus 2 now, Vidaking, can he keep Faze alive? Still has time. position. Now swings. I'll kill. You're kidding me. Vidiking to do it like this on an SI Grand Final now creates the 1 versus 1 into red time. KZ can play the time. He doesn't have to do anything. Just allow him to plant and then swing at the last second. Vidiking cannot get off of this now. He sticks. He sticks it all the way. Pros do not fake. Not at this level. KZ to win the map. No! We are not finished on bank. Faze have got unfinished business. W7M, you are not taking it this easy. A 12th round is required.
Well, the neutrals now begin to pray for overtime, sensing that this match deserves it.
Come on.
Vidiking, diffuser in hand, off the back of a huge clutch to keep his team's chances alive here on bank.
Now, mind you, Faze win this map, suddenly you're up 2-0 in a grand final.
Yeah.
And suddenly then you can find yourself 1 map away from winning said grand final. It would put so much pressure on W7M. Even then, also coupled with the fact that you had a 6-on-3 lead, the fact that you had 3 chances to close this out on your map, this is a massive round for W7M. Faze, it's a free punch. They get a chance to send us to that infinite overtime.
Yeah, good thing though, I would say, W7M, they are on defense. They will set up this structure, the problems of Faze they have to solve. And I would say, when the pressure is like this, that's where you want to be. You make the enemy make the first move. You make them feel the pressure, because the star right now is also Faze. They might just lose this map. Oh.
Now that was a half-hearted swing. Didn't want to overcommit.
Exactly.
And to be fair, nothing wrong with that. It's more of a close angle check, I think, more than anything. 90 seconds left in the round. How quickly the time can dissipate for Faze. That's okay. They've still got 5 players up, but for W7M, they've given up that map control firmly on site, down in basement, and it all comes down to this round now to see whether we go to overtime. Denial is there for W7M in terms of the plan. 1 nitrous health, that's for Leapox, the 3 gas paves of Nade, and that's basically it. They don't have much else on the defense to deny a server push.
And we're back to classic Faze. It's the calm before the storm, a 5 versus 5. A ton of utility still available for both teams as we close into the last 60 seconds. Will we go to overtime?
So, 50 seconds left and still a 5 versus 5. Who can create the opening punch that could have such devastating ramifications? Cyber through blue, and a mute Chamber for good measure as he gets rid of that Keeper barrier. Time the biggest factor. It's an ally now for W7M. Still 2 gas babes needs to be dealt with. How do you do that? You probably push through the rotate in deep towards site. Planted the bomb chassis. Could even drop hatch if need be, but Souls is not there with the kit. Now running up blue. They're opting for a change-up. With 20 seconds left in the round, they have now gone for a hatch drop through Souls. The incendiary bolt to clear out. Oh, right there! You could have just shot it with your gun! It's Davey that gets the opening kill. Suddenly it's falling apart for Faze. The drop is unsuccessful. It's advantage for W7M. Time the biggest factor. Souls has the second is under the plan. Nitrous Cell doesn't hit the mark. Drop down KDS. Getting by the kill. He has to really get it. Are you kidding me? Listen to Brazil as their local team gets a map in this grand stage of 6 Invitational Grand Final.
And that's how you respond. Deadly from W7M. They're not going to overtime. They're going to lock it out 7-5.
They're here to play. They want it. And now the crowd reacting this way. They also know they have to support despite that like sloppy start.
Yeah, 16 kills. What a performance and what a map. W7M, they've tied it all up. What?
A cue to make sure that they could deal with the information that was coming out from Faze. They were bringing the right things, and their players were stepping up too.
The players were stepping up massively. They were just playing a lot better than what that the second they stepped into it. And if you have a game like this, there's nothing that's gonna stop you. Like, he just hits everything. On top of this, I think that we need to highlight, not maybe on a graphic, but Casey's map as well was incredible. It's just, when you have players to step up in the comfortable zone, where they feel like, okay, we're at home in this map, you add on top of
They will finally, on the 4th round, after a tactical timeout, bring out the things we know they can do, like the Monty throw, extended shield, Vidiking. The reason why this is so strong for him, he's the IGL, the in-game leader, the captain for his team. When you play the Monty, you can extend that shield. You can't really die. You can walk around while consciously think, oh, my teammate should be here, cover this angle, hey, drone this area, and it gives so much freedom mentally for the leader. Vidiking will call the shots, he'll lead the charge for his team, throw him clear.
And he'll push it now over towards this map clear. We'll see if FaZe can find some success in the early portions of round number 4. It's KZ to hold down the line, 2 keepers in the pocket. Is he going to commit? He does have Herds alongside, and we know how deadly these two are. However, they're more than happy to back off and give that space to FaZe.
Yeah, really smart there for W7M. I think they're really good at so far being able to say, okay, we don't really need to challenge too over-aggressive in nature. We'll pick our fights. So far, they've done a great job of that through the opening 3 rounds. My question, though, here, Nick, is very much Vidiking on that Montang. Can he allow them to win these chokehold battles towards Drum at the mezzanine and then eventually in towards Team Karaoke? He could be a real big win condition now for FaZe.
I think so. I do think that they're playing into their strength now as a team. The one thing we gotta see, those guns, they gotta come alive. Handy was huge on Oregon. He was there on Bank. Right now he's 0-3. Whoever's following behind Vidiking on the 1T has to hit their shots.
Well, the smoke canisters now come into play from Nade. Stalling things out a little bit in combination with the Fender. It's a double peek from the defense, and Herds will find the first. The Monte can't protect from that, and now Vidiking under fire.
Yeah, I mean, this is not exactly what FaZe wanted, to lose that initial battle on the offset. You want to play behind that shield, get kills from peeking behind it. But it went back the other way. Nicely done, and KZ's just going to reinforce that off. Now forces Vidiking through the doorway. Fortunately, of course, that Montang pretty good at doing just that. Still at Nitrocell as well, available for W7M in the hands of JV92, and Vidiking is very low.
Also, mind you, because Handy died, he was a harbinger of FaZe. Because we enforced that wall, that's one less way in, one less angle for pressure. This favors defense.
Vidiking so low, JV92 still with the Nitro. That could be huge for the defense.
Final 30 seconds of this 4th round, a crucial one for FaZe. Certainly winnable, but not going to be easy. Still need to dislodge JV92 inside Acacia. Souls won't go for it, not just yet. Again, down to 20 seconds on the rappel, outside of Karaoke. T-Room, stacked, double defense. Philippox, good angle, gets rid of the Montang. They're just struggling to find a foothold in towards the site. Kicked down, over at the stairs. Into red time we go. Where's the response? No, they can't push through. JV92!
You see, this is the issue. FaZe the first 3 rounds, they were playing that split pressure where they're coming from many different directions. That didn't work. They played the Muncie. They come mostly from the same side. Also doesn't work. So guys, yeah, that's the problem. But what they did before, which was the solution, also did not work. And it leaves you with this wonder with your FaZe. Guys, what is the actual game plan going to be now? This is hard.
Offers an exhibition, 5th round. And the 3rd map of what's turned into a very tantalizing grand final here. To close out a campaign of Siege that has seen it reach new heights. The Montang again, brought by Vidiking. Again into a site where it can be so pivotal. Secondary EMPs also available to try and open up this vault. Will do so successfully, and an entry point can be established now for FaZe.
And assuming FaZe are able to get map control, which, to be fair, is being contested by Philippox, it is, again, likely going to come down to the contest through Drum. But perhaps that map control will be a little bit easier now. FaZe can lean into the man advantage as Handy will find the first kill. Keep an eye on KZ, though. This mirror window will make or break the defense.
But this is better for FaZe. They got Monty horizontally, bogged down below vertically, and they're actually making pressure from multiple floors now for the first time. They get the opening as well. The pacing, 1 minute 30 is excellent. Monty, full HP. This is the best round for FaZe so far.
Shots towards the Montang of Vidiking, trying to make his way in. Still a long way to go. Stuck over towards the hallway of Team Room and Karaoke. Of course, it's off as an exhibition. Lot of forward presence here. W7M completely unaware FaZe that they were being watched. Heard for the swing into Fayon. Souls was able to get the kill. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3 with 60 seconds left in the round, but we've been in this position before. FaZe have found themselves with a chance late in the round where it looks like it's an even man advantage, and every single time W7M have been able to get over the line.
Cyber now to sneak forward. A phenomenal play from KZ, who sensed the moment, and he finds the third. 30 seconds on the clock. Can Faze respond? KZ continues to poke. Ace is denied.
1 versus 2 for Soul. Denies the ace. It's the headshot. He's got 3 of his own. 1 versus 1. With a massive round, an attacking round would be so crucial for FaZe. They need it. They desire it. He's going to will his way against Nade. No! What kind of support player clutches up a 1 versus 1? It's only Nade.
Yeah, I like it though, right? Because like, change is good here. If it ain't working, don't keep forcing the problem.
Yep.
Double frost on the staircase, okay?
Well, you've got to be careful on the Monty.
You do. I mean, the shield change isn't in just yet. You can't peek to your left and your right. So Philippox really got to make sure that he clears out all those corners and those staircases. Vidiking, when he played the Monty, he wasn't really in your face kind of style. He's playing pretty far back, then his teammates do the work. That clearly did not find them any success. So I want to see Philippox be more aggressive and try and gain map control for his team and not sit back, because you got that shield. You cannot die to bullets. Use that to your advantage.
So then, can Souls and Cyber combine on this little roam that FaZe are cooking up? It's an early nitro from Souls, who's found 10 kills so far. That won't connect, and Philippox in a moment's time should be in his face.
Yeah, Philippox now makes his presence known. Outside of office, the exterior blown open. Breach available, there's the peek. Oh, and JV loses. No! So strong from Souls, despite the fact they've got the human drone behind the shield to provide that information. And then on the rappel, a big tag into Herds. It's a big win here from Souls. Denying entry again, but also getting some kills. Oh no! Philippox! Caught unaware, shot from behind, and FaZe are about to tie it all up.
Souls is unreal. Support player? No, I don't think so. Clutch man, savior of rounds. Gonna put FaZe on the map to a 5-5 most likely here. Holding the roam single-handedly despite a Monty being on the board. That is absurd.
Can W7M cook something up here? It's the 2 best players on the team, but a very tall task ahead.
Pressure mounting. Not really in this round because it's a 2-on-5, now 1. But pressure mounting in the map itself as FaZe are about to make it 5 rounds in a row. In response to the opening 5 rounds, W7M claimed for themselves on the defense. Herd peak, swung, another flawless round. Away from the Montang, Guz. Didn't work, and it didn't really work all that much for FaZe either. So honestly, I think they made the right choice.
Driver brought into play, so we'll see if KZ on these clutch drones can have an impact. Default camera dealt with, bottom house stairs. Other pieces of util though, still standing like the Fenrir mines. Unfortunately though, the first clutch is taken down by FaZe.
And these rounds are pivotal. Why? Because you've just called a tactical timeout. Statistically, and we have the data, you do have a higher chance of winning a round off the back of a tactical timeout. So whatever was said for W7M, this really does kind of feel like a almost last chance. You lose this round, FaZe have then got map point. It becomes so much more difficult, so much more pressure.
The issue is, and Gus said it, when you win your 3 full bumps at rotation, it's perfect for defense, right? You'll go through it feeling good, feeling confident. JV down below, finding a lot of intel here, shutting some of it down. Nade uncooked, has to land on that shelf perfectly. I believe it does. Takes down the roof camera. So again, intel being denied. FaZe, they need this intel, so good priority system here from W7M.
It's a triple repel from W7M focused around this breach. And it's Cyber to contest.
Oh, he's peeking.
How aggressive will he get? Nade has the perfect read, but will reposition, bolt now in hand.
But it's also just perceived pressure, right? It kind of slows naturally down. W7M, there's the swing, you've got to be ready. That's kind of the issue, and that's what Cyber's really doing. It's not so much about finding a kill, as more so keeping W7M on their toes.
That is it. Every second matters right now, and smokes to be utilized to get the breach opened up. Impact on Cyber went out. It was not successful. Wall is open, but it costs so much utility. The one big saving grace, though. Hertz is on Bog, JV on the IQ. They can do damage from below. And Nade, of course, you see him. He's gonna lead the charge here. When we see the fire, when we see the smoke, that's gonna be the attack going for their play.
Can W7M pull off this set play? Nade, he has the key pieces of utility. Hurts the key position down below. Contested by Vidiking, who wins it out.
Again on the front foot for FaZe, constantly moving around the map, ready to swing, ready to take that contact, and they get themselves the opening kill. With 50 seconds left into the round. It becomes a little bit more difficult and testing now for W7M off the back of that tactical timeout. KZ entry, gets rid of the frost map, and it's Guman, and he's just getting lit up as well. Player in the doorway, hits a headshot, but unfortunately he's losing teammates elsewhere. What a shot from Nade! So pivotal. The F not mine, obscuring the vision momentarily, but now dissipates, and Nade can get the plant. The smoke is out, Souls is low, but he can't find the information. Oh, it's a double kill! They get rid of themselves. There's the plant from Nade, outside of the balcony. He can play the rappel. He's got the plant down.
He can play it from down below.
No!
It's a double jump out, but it's a success for Faze.
Oh my God! One of the scrappier rounds that we've seen. So much clinical siege has been played. But in that moment, it just comes down to who can clutch up. Faze, map, point. Full save.
Yeah, I mean, the impressive part isn't even...
They can't look. They can't look.
Oh no.
I think there was some prayers made in this map point round. Infinite overtime could very well beckon. It took until the final round of the opening half of Faze to get their one and only round, I should say. The W7M now need to emulate that.
I know you've already seen it, Nick, but look to the right-hand side of screen. The blitz is being brought out there as a Hail Mary play for W7M, trying to extend this all the way.
This is it. This shows confidence and belief in your team and your system, saying, hey, we're down on match point. We're going to gamble it all by going on this aggressive, chaotic play. And it almost worked last round. I like this adaptation. I think it might even work. But again, the early engagements, the opening kill will define so much in this round.
Well, it's Cyber again in Lounge. He'll play a key and pivotal role in denying breach. The clutch drones, perhaps now a little bit more effective for W7M. Good response to the Maestro. These evil eyes can now feed information to the attack.
That's huge. A great start. But mind you, they're not going to send it straight to the bomb site just yet. They still want to set up and gain a bit of map control, keep the defenders guessing. A run out here gets punished for the out jab, but nothing happens from that.
Able to survive. KZ now to push forward, and it's W7M on the attack. They finally get a hit, and Nade is deep.
Is it inside? Pulls out pistol. No. KDS in response, able to rip off his head. Brings it back to a 4-on-4. Suddenly, it's all even and tied up. 90 seconds left. KDS, like JB again. The smoke goes out, skewers the vision, and JB's down. The trades are coming through. Faze standing strong. In a 2 versus 2, looking to take this third map for themselves. Where's Hertz? They lose for Leapok. It's only down to Hertz here in this moment. He's got 2 flashes in a 1 versus 2. With a lot of time still remaining, but he's spotted shot. Faze takes the map and puts himself in the best position to now maybe takes his grand final.
Faze with eyes in their veins, they start an attack. Questions, can they do it? Can they get that single round that they needed? The answer is yes, and a perfect defense for them.
They were tested in that final round. They lost the first pick, but they continued to fight 7 rounds in a row.
7 rounds in a row for Faze. Nick, it's exactly why in that opening half, even at 5-0 to W7M, we repeatedly said that Faze are more than capable of not only emulating that, but potentially bettering that. That final round of the first half was the difference maker. That is exactly why now Faze are 1 map away from glory.
Exactly when needed, he isn't afraid of going in and taking those gunfights.
What he does mostly is he doesn't make mistakes. When he moves in defense especially, what I see from him is super intelligent movement, and it's small moving, like changing small position, not like you move out to a different room, but how he...
And it's just a 2v2, and I think Handy is the guy that has stepped up and made those plays for Faze, especially in those clutch moments. That's what you want in a grand final. That's ultimately what wins you a map in a grand final. Now, to add on to Fabian's point earlier where he said about the defender sided, we talked in the pre-match about how Faze might go around it and how W7M could...
Let's jump into round number 1.
Well, Faze clan, job done. They've won their own map picks twice now for W7M. An opportunity to do the same here on Border and send us to a decisive 5th and final map of Nighthaven Labs. They must win this map of Border. If they are to begin a dynasty, they need to now fight from the brink of elimination.
the biggest task for this year's biggest team, and dare I say, one of the biggest teams for a very, very long time. This kind of dominance is rare to see and rare to come by. Faze start on defense, set things up. We see them here, the castle barricades, the unfortunately missed keeper barrier by Cyber, but W7M, we see their lineup. It has aggression, it has soft destruction, but still also JV on the Nomad, wanting to limit how much aggression Faze can apply on defense by playing Nomad.
Questions though posed. How did W7M get into the map? So often it's a challenge here on border, but Felipox is already probing down below. With the skeleton key, he flushes out Handy, and that's at least a small win for the attack.
Now remember as well for W7M, they're a very fast-paced team when it comes to entry. Border does... Oh, I thought that for a second was maybe hurt, but it was JV. Nevertheless, the same result. Still, and the peaks do continue to come through for Faze. We saw a lot of this aggressive defense from Faze on other maps. It's a bit more difficult on board though. More opportunities are there for the attacking teams. It's Vidiking over towards Des, trying to take this very early contact fight again. Cyber, top middle, lost his fight as well. W7M are not here to mess around on border. Souls in a 1 versus 3. Does almost get the kill onto hers, but more coming and more surrounding his location. Oh, talk about a statement to begin the fourth map.
When W7M played VP on this exact map that ended in max overtime, 8-7 in favor of W7M, it was a tied half, 3-3. I'm not saying that should be the expectations here, but it means that both defense and attack are equally positioned, at least when W7M are involved. It comes down to execution.
Will Faze be able to shut down KZ? Because he's been so damn dangerous so far.
I can't hear anything.
Hertz hasn't even gotten a kill. Hertz has not even gotten a single kill in the first 2 rounds, and W7M look difficult to beat.
And I said it before as well, this crowd's going to get behind W7M. The comeback, they want to see that 5th map. More importantly, it's the local team between the two, and you can hear how loud they are already getting behind that team. Cyber, in break, looking top east stairs, and JV92 keeps his life intact because Cyber falls off. But he holds a different angle, and I like that little angle that has been opened up. So far, pressure though from W7M coming from that top east stairs position on the map.
Big thing here, I think, if you can shut down Casey's confidence, that'll be key for Faze. Right now, he is in a World Championship Casey form where he's breaking records in terms of kills, 7 kills in 2 rounds. He is feeling himself. He's going to go for every engagement possible.
Ooh, Nitro over the top, doesn't land. Meanwhile, JV92, although Salma's really effective, creates lines of sight, able to do it with the castle barricades, opening up opportunities for the attack.
I will say though, they haven't really got a lot of map control right now. Still around that balcony business. Only just now, Hertz has made his way into break, I think, or maybe down below. Never mind. Oh, the timing! He just went to throw a knife in that man's head! Hertz not at the bullet! But a trade immediately from Vidiking. Able to bring it back, and then KDS though loses out to KZ. They make entry, they've got security control. Suddenly, corridor control. 3 left on site for Faze, and Vidiking very low.
They cut off the bomb site because they got breakthrough control. Now to him, you gotta pick a side. Archive, JV.
Oh, he loses out! No way! Stop! Fragment as well gets away! Are you kidding? Faze have turned the round on its head, seemingly out of nowhere.
Nade now. A 1 versus 3. He has clutch potential. It is doable. 2 players low for Faze, but this would be a very monumental moment if Nade is able to pull off the impossible.
40 seconds, 1, close right, tucked in, prone. Does he clear it? Nade, full white, on his own flash. No response initially from Souls. Now he gets up. Position known from Nade. Goes prone. The vault over. It's clean. That was a very low HP. Souls, and so is Vidiking. Still time. Kit in hand as well. It's something. The Goo Mine stepped on momentarily, dislodges his position. 2 impacts from Vidiking. And look who's still alive on the other side. It's his brother, Handy. Nade. Oh! He knows. Shuts down his brother. Oh! W7M make it 3 in a row. We've already seen momentum swing so far in this series. Think back to Skyscraper, 5-0 start, W7M. Yes, it was defensive-sided, but you can make the argument that here on border, attack is prevalent. So Faze will still have opportunity and chances, but it needs to begin now. The longer this continues, it's not going to be the same as Skyscraper. 4 or 5 attacking rounds here could be lethal for Faze.
That's exactly it. Faze Clan, you know, not playing bad in these rounds, not at all. I mean, they won the last one, technically speaking, but they didn't. They're holding that same thing, but Hurts looking to advance. Cadella's flying in, but we see the silhouettes. Faze, they've left the area. They don't want to take this fight.
I mean, do you blame them? Who would want to take on this fight? You have to be very confident. It's KZ now, dueling with Fiddeking inside of Fountain. Fiddeking exposing his elbow. Keys to hold down the line with the LMG.
Oh my
Who gets it out? KZ! He finds 2 on the entry!
Double-digit kills for KZ, and suddenly Faze are capitulating! Cyber and Souls in a 2 versus 5. Oh, they're just falling apart at the seams. Souls in customs. That's one, but no more. We know what this script has got written into it, and it's only 5 maps, and that's what W7M are bringing to the table at this grand final.
You know, when or if W7M they take this map, they'll have won more maps against Faze essentially today in the last 2.5/3 years combined.
Wow.
This is them putting up a performance against a team that usually takes them down.
It was said on the main stage at the start of the day, yes, Faze is strong locally, but it's the grand stage that W7M shine. And they are shining ever bright here with a 4-round lead. Now on the verge of creating and cementing history. That 5th map is beckoning. But Faze are not counted out.
How are Faze going to get into the map? Last time Top East was occupied, this time KDS will fill that space. Contested over towards 90, it's KZ on Solus, and he gets caught off guard. Cyber's found himself bot metal.
This fight opened up as well. And a very sneaky push from Cyber because he obviously had to run past the site itself to go up towards top metal stairs, something that W7M would not have been anticipating.
That's an off-pace play. He's not supposed to be there in that moment. Casey, of course, thinks it's clear. The beat boop here gives away handy. The 3rd time in archive, surely he won't go for it because the last 2 times he was shut down. He'll back off, back away, stay alive. You got the kill you wanted that you needed. Slow things down for Faze Clan. Take a breath. Start doing your droning. Reach open those hard destructible walls, and then advance towards that top floor above the bomb site.
2 nitro cells available for W7. Hey, what a shot from Souls! Massive from Break. And starting to break this defense as well. Shots back though from Nate. He's been so clutch. Can he continue to do so here at the closing stages of this 4th map? So low, wanted to go for the drop, couldn't find it. Now in a 1 versus 3 for JB92. Player close left, tag onto Cyber, does come in. Fiddeking going for the plant through the window, does get the peek. JB92. Now in a 1 versus 1 with red ping information.
But he's so low on HP. Fiddeking can sit outside and play the post.
He's got time, but not a lot of it. On the outside, Fiddeking low. JB can't win the clocks. No, Fiddeking wins out defensively. Sound in the post plant. Outside of the building, low on health. He holds strong for Faze, and that map point is held off momentarily.
When Fiddeking played Monty on Skyscraper, all the way back on the 2nd map, it really did not play out the way that anybody expected.
So still 3 more map points for W7M. Fiddeking now on the Montang, as you pointed out, Nick. But it's really strong at being able to get positions like top east stairs. KDS though shot through the window of top waiting and taken very low but didn't lose his life. Of course, Fiddeking does also need to be careful of these backwards angles as he does push forward.
This has been the issue though. Fiddeking, while he's very safe because of extended shield, whoever's behind him takes a lot of damage. Skyscraper, the 3rd map, sorry, that's what happened there as well. Fiddeking is not establishing enough presence to allow people behind him to succeed.
A 43% win rate for Monty at this event. Not an outlier. Very solid, but you must find value. You must play around it correctly. Fiddeking is, again, playing it at range. We saw that from Skyscraper. He's not getting in the face of the opposition, at least not yet.
He's gotta get in there, toe-to-toe, basically melee confrontation. You know, basically price that hip fire on melee from the Monty shield. That's the strength. W7M, they're holding security with Hurts. He got 90 in control. That's where Faze likely want to try and fight back.
So, Just over 90 seconds, and a lot of emphasis clearly on this Fontaine in allowing the push forward to get some control for Faze. Herds under an immense amount of pressure, blocks that window with the keeper barrier, now goes prone. Will there be help? Because there's a man with a shield making his way in towards security. Herds is calming this. Herds. KZ trying to get into an angle. Almost found the back foot of that Montang in Vidiking. Now down towards top east on the other side of this corridor. The swings are coming through. Souls clean into security. The trade eventually. Herds is outside of the map, on the balcony. What is he doing? He's playing from outside the map. How can he get away with this? No! Drop shot from KDS. Faze have been able to overcome another map point here.
I didn't think that was possible. I thought they were going to blunder it, but no, that's up to Nade in the 1v4.
There's 1, 3 to go for Nade. I mean, at this point, I'd back him in with the way he's been playing with Montang in his way. That becomes the biggest factor in all. Oh, it's clutch almost for a moment. The guard break is strong. Could get the knife. He could get the kill. And Faze have done it again. 2 more to go for them.
What the hell was that jump out from the Azami? I was looking across at our overhead. He got flamed out from that position. Didn't have anywhere else to go. Hops out the window, able to flank from behind outside. Pure chaos over towards security. But it's Faze ultimately who win out.
As we head into another map point round for W7M. Off the back of a tactical timeout into then a technical pause. We are finally back underway.
You see the upper line, of course, defense. The mirror, big talking point. Azami being brought pretty much every single round to kind of restructure the bomber side. And of course, more importantly, that security hold. Hertz always playing there. Faze, they have the questions. What should we do? What's our way in? And the answer right now, Gus, they're hovering the Monty again. It worked last round, but it is risky.
A volatile strategy in a very volatile round. The Brava as well in play, so counterplay is available for those clutch drones onto the mute jammers, for instance.
And in terms of individuals, I feel like Souls has maybe gone a little bit unnoticed. A couple of really good entry kills from him so far in this game on that Finker, not just providing those adrenal surges, but also able to get some really good headshot kills on the entries into, say, positions like security, which are not always easy to enter into. He's been big. Arguably, all of these players have had a moment or 2 or 3 in this grand final. No one is lagging behind.
That's the thing, when you have a player like Souls who normally plays Half-Breach, but he's having a good game, put him on something else. He's playing Finker, right? Getting those opening kills and doing it consistently so. Vidiking, Monty, it's been the main target focus, right? But look at this, Vidiking is mostly alone, bit of a bait and switch here, expecting, okay, where Monty goes, that's the main focus point. That's not the case. They're gonna try and bait them by moving Monty in the wrong position, so to speak.
Ace in play as well. So we'll see those additional lines of sight established in through break, exposing these defenders from that mezzanine position. Just makes it a little bit more challenging. Also puts the focus back on Herds. We've highlighted him playing the Azami. Those key barriers inside of security are pivotal in holding that corner of the map. He holds that big win condition for W7M.
Slow and steady from behind that Montang, but KDS on the flank down below through main lobby, now makes his way over towards east stairs. They've got themselves a good amount of pressure here that they can play behind Vidiking. This is where, though, you need to be perfect. No mistakes, because they will get punished for both teams.
So a big change here. They're gonna go block vertically in customs, also security. But Vidiking down, Joe said, guys, that's not gonna work. Change it right now. Sprint through the map. They go office instead. Big off change.
Still into office as they go, but Mirror is in their way. Vision there for W7M. Nitro cells are also there for W7M. 2, in fact, through for Lee Potts and JV92. Bouncing control still established, trying to deny this office push.
Those mirror windows are going to be key in locking down this office position. Double from Crazy! 3 kills!
Response from Vidiking. He has to pull the pistol out at that point, and maybe again with the knife shut down. We are going a distance.
We have not played all 5 maps since 2018. The viewing record was held before now in 2018. History is being made tonight.
We see the scoreline here, 7-4 obviously for W7M. Would Nate have not had that clutch, it would have been so very close to a potential first overtime in the series. So we're seeing the clutch here. I called it winnable when we were watching this in the talent room, and eventually it was winnable for him. But that is the main thing that we were expecting coming into this map. We needed those individual players on the side of W7M to step up and to immediately carry these rounds away.
Faze had for, well, we see the replay here, that was fast. Well, it's just 3 shots that he's gonna hit, and it's just incredible. Headshot after headshot, like, I mean, look at that.
This is what I was talking about earlier on in W7M in the very first map were not stringing those multi-kills together. This is what KZ is synonymous for. This is W7M's main win condition. And when you need that, that steps up in map 4. That takes us all the way through to map 5.
I mean, he doesn't even see the guys he kills. He just shoots.
Free fires, bang, bang, bang.
Every single player dreams of qualifying for the 6 Invitationals. Much fewer will make it to the Grand Finals. Almost nobody will get to play on a stage like this with the crowd that we have going all the way to map 5 with no one being the clear favor of who's gonna take it.
Even fewer win it.
And even fewer win it.
And none of these guys have before. What a moment it will be, whoever the victor ends up being. Fingers crossed, it's a close 5th and final map.
All right, let's get underway. Opening round. W7M on the attack to begin. Faze on the defense. Nate looking to open up main bridge. In towards IT they can go. KZ on the IQ can get very handy information. So far though, so good for W7M to get this main bridge opened up.
Good pace here. Of course, 2-bro ban for W7M means that they cannot stall out here on the defensive side of Faze. If a wall wants to get opened up, it most likely will. Default camps actually not being shot there from the attack inside, but it won't matter. Vellipox jumps back outside, makes the rotate happen, keeping Faze guessing as to where he might be coming from.
Cyber down below, lurking on the Solace. Planting our potential if he's able to roam around and can give a read to the other defenders on the side of Faze as to where those ranges are coming from. Elsewhere, Felipox getting to work. So a big focus down below from the attack, and Hertz gets caught in a frost.
And also punished as well quickly by Souls. Perfect start for Faze at the middle portion of this opening round. The response, no, Cyber catches Felipox. Caught napping, looking above into the heavens. 5 versus 3. And W7M not the start they would have been hoping for.
Faze gonna play tighter together. Don't expose yourselves. Set up those crossfires. Hold the angles together and force the 2v1.
Nade thrown out from KZ. Does get the knock onto Souls. Finished off as well. A couple of kills. Makes it a 3 versus 2. KZ's still very low. Needs to make his way through that doorway. In his loss, JV92. He's down. Out for the count. And a 1 versus 3. Now backhand smash. Shot down quickly. KDS with the last 2. Faze with the opening statement in this 5th and final map. 49% attacker win rate. And so it is essentially 50-50. It's the only map that's even remotely close to that.
Damn. Okay, well, I guess no excuses, right, guys? If you suck on attack, you suck on attack.
I'm pretty sure you just said this game is going to go to overtime, right?
Those might be the words that were uttered, but in a different phrase. 1-0 to Faze. W7M, now the onus is on you to respond. We go to basement. Tank and assembly here for the 2nd round.
Yep, so those mute jammers being out from handy to stop the wall advancement. So Felipox will, of course, go on the Thatcher for those EMPs. But that's not the main goal. You can't just open up a wall and go straight towards the bomb site. You gotta go for that roam clear. It's why the IQ is there. Scan for cameras, scan for gadgets. Valkyrie's in play. They got 2 C4s below. They need to be careful on the attack when they get to that first primary floor.
And the defensive Faze will want to try and lock this down. It's KZ to play entry.
Oh, he falls off. Maybe sensed something he didn't like. Handy still holds that doorway.
What?
Oh,
No!
no! There! Another team kill! First time in this map. And W7M are down a player early. It's Herd's gone.
Disaster struck.
I mean, who said you can't get nade kills anymore?
Come on, guys. It's on the wrong player. Man.
Can he make up for it though? Nade. He does. He wasn't the one that got that team K'd, but he's able to make up for KZ's mistake. Just over 90 seconds left, and at least it's now even again. For W7M's attack, it's slow. but slowly making their way through the map. And positions of which Faze have got themselves still up above, that can be cleared.
There's a player in long desk.
Yeah, Cyber. He's holding with his angle. The read is there, maybe. He's coming back up the staircase. He might know something's up.
I mean, surely he hasn't been droned, right?
No logic bombs available from JB92 to ring out and maybe get a warning. Cyber goes for an aggressive play here up above over towards long desk and now makes his move. Now makes his mark. Oh! Timing from JB92! Immaculate! And now the cameras are also hacked.
And Valkyrie's on the board, so a lot of information now available to the attack as W7M bring it to a 3v3.
Souls with a massive kill at that very moment at least keeps it even. Again, with only now 40 seconds remaining. W7M looking to now make their way towards site.
Cyber's giving away his life, and he's giving away information. Can W7M capitalize upon it? 30 seconds.
All three players for Faze, certainly on site now, no one up above. No real vert play either, really, in this round. It's all horizontal. The cast barricade to get broken down by Felipox. With the kit in hand, and on the other side, he's still got barbed wire. 15 seconds, guys. Time is so urgent now for W7M. Handy. At this point, Faze, they can start to swing if they want. We're into red time, and the barbed wire will stop. That's kicked down. Handy, though, is also down. They need the kills. Gas pipe thrown out. It won't be enough. KZ needs to go massive here. 1 second out of time. It's a dream start for Faze in this 5th map. It's a grandstand finish, but right now Faze are leading the race.
You need to understand, as a player right now, one of the biggest things you have to deal with right now is suppressing your emotions, because you're 1 second away from crying probably at this point. I was when I was in their seat, because this is what you want so badly. The stress in their minds, every decision they make can alter the outcome of the round. Suppress emotions, play like a robot, and put on your best performance possible.
And I like the fact that you bring up overthinking every moment, because it's been small moments, small mistakes that have made this game what it is.
Cyber's been a big name in this entire series, always looking for a kill, always roaming around the map. He's had a quiet start so far, but it's on the Valkyrie, he's getting active. W7M, they're playing very far back in the attacking lineup so far.
Need to get Hurt involved. It's so paramount, I think, for W7M. 0-4 playing the Finker, needs to be good on the entry. He's one of their best players when it comes to the player ratings.
Sure is.
A phenomenal player. Easy falls.
Surely not.
It just feels like it's starting to go Faze's way. Doubles down, triples down. Nitrocell as well. Can't get shot. Like the Nitrocell, W7M are imploding. Faze are exploding.
You gotta call a technical timeout. You have to pull the brakes here. The players, they have to just feel for a second here, talk to each other like a brotherhood.
Down 4-1, Faze are looking to now create their own legacy, to now cement their own history.
I feel like everyone's played so well in this series that we've never been like, oh, this guy is just not showing up. You said it, Xenox, last round. Hurts is 0-5 right now. First time in the best of 5. We go all 5 maps before someone is really not hitting their shots, and it happens to be one of the most important players for W7M's attacking side. I think this goes back to Skyscraper. If W7M can get the 4-2 half, buy a little bit of way, a little bit of leeway when the side shot comes around, I think they'll be okay.
So we'll kick off then, top floor, main bridge being worked by the Ace Thatcher combo. Pretty easy to deal with that. Vidiking, though, close by on Solace. So here's a pretty good read as to how many players are now outside the breach. And he can relay that information to the rest of the team. Does he look to aggress? Does he look for the jump out?
Oh yeah, but he preps it, ready for it. Something that could obviously come to fruition here for Faze to maybe catch W7 off guard. And there's the opening kill for Handy on a KZ. And JB to fall through that Nitrocell. It really is down to Herds now to get involved. Nade to push through, can't hit the headshot. It felt like he was hitting those time and time again earlier in the grand final for Leapox though. Can he make this his moment to salvage the round for W7M? When it felt like maybe all hope would be lost in this 6th round. Handy from a distance. Herds can just not get involved. For Leapox needs the ace. Minute and a half. Well, there's another 3-2 to go. This is where moments are born. created and forged in this battle of war of attrition. 2 to go. Can he create 2 1-versus-1s with 60 seconds to do so?
They're flanking, and Philippe does not have a read. I think he might now, though.
Keep
He
pushing.
senses that it's clear.
Keep pushing and you might be able to win this one for W7M. It feels so pivotal, so vital. The battle of Dwarf Blue can't be won, no saver. It's a 5-1 lead for Faze Clan. 2 rounds away from history.
Basement, we go. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be an insane comeback if they get half close.
It's gotta start somewhere. This could very well be the round. The one big difference right now is that when Faze are attacking, they are pushing together, all 5 members. No one's being left out. On the flip side, W7M, they're playing very isolated, fragmented. They're not playing like a full-on team. We've seen documentaries about these characters, these players, that they say, guys, communication's not there. We need to talk to each other and go together. But now you gotta fix it in the middle of the grand finals.
It's an extension up above once more for W7M. And that means that Herds is going to be under so much pressure. 1 kill in 7 rounds, and this one, the biggest of his career.
I know how difficult this is for W7M, that they cannot go into their shells, despite the circumstances that they find themselves in. These kind of angles is what could get them back into this game. Aggressive, holding key position. You fall back to sight because you're fearful of what could happen, you will then lose.
Had to play to win, seek the opportunities, not be afraid. You don't let him back down. JV, he gets the opening.
That's a good start. More to come. Faze, though, the pressure valve released, of course, with 5 map match grand final points. Cyber wanting to push in towards Rafters. He lost his life. Another key position still held firmly by W7M, and Handy again onto Herd, shuts him down. 3 versus 3. Handy's low, but a good position nevertheless. With 90 seconds left in this round, Faze feels like they're just moments away from glory. In fact, with JV down and now confirmed, they have the advantage.
Faze are this close to capturing the hammer. Can they convert it from here? They've done all the hard work. Nade and KZ, the only 2 players standing in their way.
Souls, he can't win it! KZ keeps hope alive for W7M. Drops back down, now they can play sight in a 2-on-2.
Imagine your face, every single blink, you see the hammer behind your eyes, you see the moment that you'll lift that trophy. You had the 3v2, now it's slowly crumbling away, but it's a tied 2v2 with the health bars even.
The crowd getting behind W7M, they want more action, they do not want this to end. Information for Handy, 9 and 3. 30 seconds left, is this where Faze claim their crown? In a blaze of glory, Vidaking and Handy, side by side, brother in arms, and now the drop from Handy, expecting one to be behind the tank, but not to be, and now he questions where they very well may be, on the site itself. Vidaking as well. Well, there he is, KZ, you wanted to find him, and he finds you! Stop is made! This one's not over yet!
That bell's not ringing. W7M not backing down without a fight.
One grand final point has now been averted by W7M. 4 more though. 4 more rounds required without mistake, without putting a foot wrong. Guys, they have to be perfect.
They have to be. Rightly so. I think if you want to be the best team in Siege and lift that hammer, you need to play near perfect. So let's jump into it then. Round number 9, as you mentioned, top floor we go. And Herds is still struggling, 1 and 8. Again, in an important position to try and play for a bit of time over towards long desk, but he makes his way back now towards electrical. He can lock that down and use goo mines to fortify his position.
You know what I love the fact that Souls right now is being activated to its fullest. He's on the Ying, Handy on support, he's get open the walls, and Souls, a player who had his start of his career playing Ivana, playing Thermite, playing Ace, now it's in SI Grand Finals, he's playing the Ying. He might be the entry to finish the job right now. EMP goes out, Cell makes a Thermite charge to deny any sort of bandit tricking, but we know there is no bandit. WMP denies the Kite Claw, breach is successful.
Yep, Claw doesn't land, so some really good work there from Faze. And that's now a position that the defense must watch. They must keep a keen eye on that entry and not allow anybody in a powerful position to cut that cross into the objective.
Entry should be strong for FaZe. They've got 4 Candelas in the hands of Souls. Something to keep an eye on as we continue forward by the end of this round. There's no Warden in play. So that Yang is extremely powerful. If FaZe lose Souls, suddenly W7M look in a much better position. Philippox down below, and we have a lurk. A potential 1v1. But Philippox falls off of that position momentarily. Through storage goes Cypher. And the timing could not be ever present. The swing comes through, and the opening kill goes the way of Cypher. The way of FaZe. And those Candelas now to be thrown out.
Looking to dislodge that mirror window position. It's Nade holding it currently. He's been the clutch master for this defensive unit, but JV92, he's the one to step up.
Still a Nitrocell available for Nade. We know how good he's been in the clutch in this grand final. Candela thrown, one more available in the back pocket for Souls. 40 seconds remaining in the round. Handy, close. Tries to bank off of that wall. The flash, Souls will fall. No more Candelas. Nicely done from Bird, starting to get involved. But it is FaZe. They bring it back to a 3-on-3, and Cyber as well. And he can get almost another one. That can cement it, no. 2 versus 2. Nade still has a Nitrocell, and they get that through Herd. Here he comes. He makes it. He cannot be counted out, and neither can W7M.
Cyber has been regarded as the best player in the world in the past, putting up stellar performances. Hurts and KC right now are fighting for that title, in my own eyes at least. And now, when the moment needs it the most, they both show up to shut down Cyber on the interior garage. One more round to go, and then again, and again, and a third, and then you're in overtime. It's infinite, by the way. We could be here for a while. But the issue really comes down to the fact that, again, you have to be flawless every single time. One small misstep, FaZe clutching up like they almost just did, and then it's done for.
This grand final's been epic. It's been extraordinary. But arguably, we're 3 rounds away from the greatest grand final I think we've ever seen. And that is not an easy statement to make.
It is not.
Tertiary site. It's now being teased by W7M. This is the test around, the tertiary site.
Yep.
This is big.
This is where most teams on defense, they go to die. And the issue is, if you don't have a good attack at half, which WM did not, you don't have that parachute in terms of round count. You need to be, as we keep saying, flawless on it. FaZe, they've been playing the same style so far in attack. They play 5 versus 5. They want to get the bombs that execute out clean. They want to get the vertical play, get the ram and the bug. They don't want to just throw bodies at the problem. They want to problem solve every step of the way.
Yep. Classic from Cyber. Pretty early map control, can get to work with the skeleton key. You think about those and the boogie auto breaches from the ram. That's going to expose a lot of the site. And then it's up to W7M. What did they do in response? Do they buck it down and try and hold the objective, or do they re-aggress up above? Philippox on blue.
Yep, just flashed out on cams, came off, and now again FaZe, they're throwing that in, but nothing happens from that. They're stalling out a little bit here. I think Vidiking is trying to get the overview as the in-game leader, droning out saying, guys, what should our next step be? Hey, everybody, come together, make this play proactively. Let's not lose anybody to free. Always have a pair and duo go together.
Keep in mind, they'll be relying on drones for the flank watch. No dedicated hard flank watch for this attack.
2 drones is all that remains, though, so it's not a lot of information, and an OP kill from Nade. With the one and only Nitrocell that they had in the back pocket, it gets rid of Vidiking. Now the push from Cyber. Before our very eyes, we may witness something very special. Souls, though, the boogie auto breacher opens up the floorboards, and now with Handy, they start to push together.
That's enough. That's what you need. That small opening, that double kill, the C4 from below, diffuser on the ground with 45 seconds, and now FaZe, they gotta scramble together. And the worst thing is, they don't have any active drones, 2 alive, but nothing that they can utilize right now.
They got two very important Candelas, but there's a Warden on the board in Nade. He is very pivotal for W7M. All they need to do is hold angles on sites. Couple of shots over towards Garage Handy, that's clean. What a way to start, shuts down Herds. At this point now, W7M, you do not need to peak. 20 seconds, time arguably on the side of W7M. Candela thrown, entry has been made, but Philippox gets on the flank. Souls, though, now tries to respond, can't find the headshot, doesn't even get the down. Philippox stays alive, at least enough to deny in terms of time, of which is running out for Souls. He has to stick to plan. We know he cannot. We know we get another round. W7M and Faze might just be feeling as if history might go against them if they cannot turn this around.
He's on match point. They keep seeing that trophy every time they blink. But now Faze, I think it's wake-up time. The dream, you realize, you know, wake up to reality here. You haven't won just yet. You still gotta get this final round done.
It's one thing to win a 6 Invitational Grand Final,
Cyber?
another from this. What is that? I thought he was dead to rights!
1 HP!
1 HP!
But that might define the outcome of the round. Cyber, the injury's down. Vertical Blade Buck is down as well. Sure, they got the ram on Souls, but again, Faze, they have a plan. It needs 5 players. They do not have 5 players in this round.
I tell you what, the script writer for this match is a very sick individual.
Give him a raise!
Give him the trophy. That's all
Tell you
I
what,
say.
he deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest thing is though, KZ's very low. Like you said, 1 HP. So very susceptible to any form of damage. So yes, it's 5 versus 4, but he is also very vulnerable. Still, it's a gun up. It's an extra player alive in the server for W7M. Now, Faze, the entry's a little bit more difficult.
Mind you, the roam is still active. Just because they got the kill, they've not fallen back just yet. They're still in the staircases, still with Solus up right, of course, looking for those drones, shutting down the intel game.
KDS.
More drones alive. KDS
No
is in
way!
trouble.
No way! The shots are just not landing. The plot armor's too thick for W7M, but Handy's been so strong and finicking out of nowhere. Maybe that plot armor's got a hole in it after all. Down to Herd, he falls. Faze might just flip the script.
Unfortunate there for Herd, shut down. Now it's Nade and Philippox to hold on for W7M as Faze try to formulate one hell of a response in this round.
I could not imagine the adrenaline coursing through the veins of these players. What a performance they've given us. Stand as one to congratulate what's been a tremendous grand final, but only one winner. 50 seconds left. Nade and Philippox, shoulder to shoulder, they move on the defense to hold these key positions as Faze look to open up the floorboards for one final time potentially.
There's a bit of a mix-up there for WCM. Half wanted to stick around for the roam, the other half wanted to run down. They split up in the middle and they paid, they suffered. Now they're down a man, but they still got it. 30 seconds and bombs at their disposal. They can still win this round.
Surely it doesn't come down to the brothers, Nade and Handy. 20 seconds. There's one for Philippox on the King. It very well may come down to the twins themselves to settle this final. 15 seconds and the drop from Souls. Playing behind Handy, who still needs to get the kid onto the floor. And Souls will fall to Nade. Handy in the 1 versus 2. Deep into red time. He can't finish it. He's on brother. He's on bloody brother. Grand final point for Faze. It's their last one remaining. That final hurdle, once again, is in front of them. Will they trip and fall? Or will they overcome that obstacle in W7M?
They cannot take us this far and then not give us what everybody wants. Everyone who's watching, everyone in the arena, we all want the 6-6. We want to go to overtime on 5th map. We want to fight it out for longer. It's not done yet.
Oh, it's a wasted Nitrocell, little information, but boy, at this point, I couldn't even be surprised if he can't hear a darn thing.
Forget sound cues. I mean, that's just not a thing in this series. Bravo in play then. Souls. Will those clutch drones be able to turn the tide? There is a cap gain on the board. I don't want to curse it because it would be insane. But there's always that possibility.
I think it's genius. You play the mental games as operators. You know, Faze, they're on attack. They're gonna go swift. They're trying like Cyber, be aggressive, right? If you don't see a Captain trap, if you don't drone it out, you might just die to a gadget entering a doorway.
So then, Handy, 11 kills. He's been phenomenal in this map. Exothermic for the main wall, followed up by an EMP. It won't be disrupted by the defense. KZ lurking, Nitrocell ready and waiting.
It's the last one they've got. A couple of impacts as well. Drones, 5 remain for Faze. Again, slow is their approach. Typically been so good for them in the past, but right now, this comeback from W7M is so strong. That plot armor is so thick. The fairy tale, last dance. Will it get the conclusion?
Probably one of the slowest rounds of Faze so far. The pressure didn't get into them, but of course their coach might have said, guys, they will aggress into you, hold those angles, expect the swings to come around. They don't have the ying, they don't have any easy ways to break this apart.
Well, Handy's pushed forward. Advanced position, exothermic for Leapbox. Can he flame?
I think he denied it. I don't know if that gets opened up. Hard to see from this position. I think he's denied it. Headshot so from Garage, the headshot onto Handy, who's been so strong for Faze. Over to blue we go. Souls can't win the initial shot. And Spinner King Bob. Infinite overtime. It's upon us. Oh, surely it is.
For what is shaping up to be the best game ever played of Rainbow Six. Final map of the grand final. I almost feel like I'm in a dream. This cannot be real. Absolutely incredible. The fortitude from W7M. Still on the search for the treble. Let's see how the hell this one's gonna play out.
You know, W7 to get the defensive round, to keep things the same. I think that kind of favors them. Infinite OT, you gotta win 2 rounds, so to speak, in a row. So if W7 win here on defense, they still gotta win the next attack to follow up to actually get it.
Nitrocell from JV, it falls short. Handy repels away, gets out of that dangerous position. Triple stack, entry denial devices. But the entry now comes through for Faze. They have struggled immensely on the attack. Both teams have. How fitting that it comes down to this. Infinite overtime, looking for the trick.
The bandit juggle lands. Herds has been quiet here on the 5th map of this series, but that's a key play with that utility. Has a nitro as well, but Cyber has a read on that position.
1C4 again could open things up. Those small moments that we're looking for. When the attack wants to go, when defenders, they lash out. We have 2 C4s remaining, Captain taps on the board as well. Solus who's roaming out from Philly Pox, and Faze are looking like they don't know exactly where to go. Viking on the Agile, trying to lead his teammates, but it looks like a take we've seen so many times before, and it usually does not work out.
Barbed wire broken, wanted to get in towards Garage. Top Rafters is there, still available to be taken. Minute and 10 seconds left in this. W7M seeking that grand final point if they can close this round. Same for Faze. And the opening kill for JV92. Frag grenade thrown, it's not that deadly. This is even more impactful. The Nitrocell from KZ though, misses the mark. Still one available for Herds. The swing, it's a little bit whiffy, but it doesn't matter. Elsewhere, still the advantage with W7M. KZ loses the close contact, nice swing, and suddenly a 3 versus 3. With 40 seconds remaining, Faze have struggled on the attack, but could they finally break through and break the heart to W7M to begin overtime?
W7M need to be careful. Faze could isolate them in these positions. I mean, look at Nade. He's stuck prone. If he's hunted down by Faze, it will flip the round in their favor. Keep in mind, Solus also in play.
Footholds to deal with. F not mine shot out. Flashbang. Force him to be full white. Handy for the cross. It's successful. Feet showing behind the desk. And that's a nice kill. Handy up by himself. And 1 versus 2. Shot from Handy. Through the soft wall. Philippe stays alive. That's a 1 versus 1. Behind the bomb chassis. Handy's got himself the diffuser. The pistol's down. He made the right play. But W7M have got themselves now into grand final point.
But now, with a lot of smiles on the face of W7M, they know they got this.
There's no way.
They go on attack. Now, mind you, if they win this upcoming round, they have played perfect siege, down 1-6, all the way to 8-6.
Wow.
But attacking, as we've seen so far, looks so difficult. W7M that wakes up in the server and says, you know what? Not today.
Whoa, okay.
Let's relax.
Cyber. You're trailing. You are 6-7 down in the SI Grand Final. You're going for a run out. Won't find much, but just something to note. Faze They'll continue to aggress. They will not back down.
I mean, I gotta respect the effort. I wouldn't have the balls to do that myself. That's for them shot. Sit in that bomb and say, guys, when they come, I'm ready, but I'm not roaming. I'm not seeking those spawn peaks. The attackers, W7M, they got utility. Capital, the fire in the smoke, Heartbreed, Selma, Thatcher, Thermite open up the basement walls right now, but they cannot brute the force, the bomb side most likely here. There's a big roaming presence. If they have good intel, they could of course go for a side rush, but it's a big risk.
It's a big stack, a breach. We may not see W7M contest up above.
They're going direct.
It could well be. Nade has the diffuser in hand. Capital close by. Nade has gotten a drone deep in towards sight. Maybe they'll make the call to hit it early.
Is this the moment? Nade with the entry. Now looking to open up the castle barricade. Still a lot of time. Mind you, on the clock, you can see it at the top of your screen. KC will go down and will stay down. Cyber. A very important kill for Faze and gives them a momentary advantage.
It's a very important kill. It shuts down the primary floor presence above. Hatch above hitbox is soft. Now defenders can close that net. This kill should mean W7M. They cannot proceed with the current plan.
Oh. JB! What an acute angle!
More.
Oh, more to come? No! Handy! 14 and 9, and clearly the ever-present star for Faze in this grand final. Nade on the other side, wanting to be that annoying brother, and Handy will fall through the hatch. 3 versus 3.
And it's the smokes that are stalling out this push. So W7M have to wait for their moment.
It's all direct. It's a knockdown. No! 3 versus 1. Is this the moment where we get crowned a new champion, a new dynasty to be created? And if we will, yes we will. Trophies, and now a hammer. They cement themselves as one of the greatest of all time.
A hypnotizing performance from W7M that will go down in the history books as one of the all-time, no, the all-time best performance ever in Siege.
We've seen comebacks before in map cap, 0-2 2018, but we have never seen 7 rounds straight being down 1-6, believing in yourself every step of the way. KC and Hurst weren't there to begin with, but oh boy did they show up in the end.
Blessed. Oh, we are so blessed. This feels like a new dawn that has arisen. Not just for this team, but arguably for this game that we love. Rainbow Six Siege, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Thank you. 3 in a row. Back in Copenhagen. A promise was made and delivered in Atlanta. And brother in arm. And 2 sides to the tail. And commiserations to Faze. For oh, they were the best dancing partner anyone could have. In this last dance, they played their part.
There is no better honor as a player to have a final where you feel worthy of winning, not because you're the better team, but because you're up against the best of the best in the finals.
It ends in hugs, it ends in tears, but it ends with a dynasty that now begins. For W7M, the only thing forward ahead of them is being the best of all time.
Simply unfathomable. Guys, this is your moment. Where is he? There's one player missing. Where's Nade?
Cadê o Nade? Tá faltando um aqui, né?
Where is he? He's with his brother. He's coming, he's coming. beautiful moment with his brother, showing the respect. And now it is your time. What you have accomplished here is unbelievable. The trophy is yours.
Por favor, pode levantar a marreta, W7M.
Your sixth Invitational 2024 champions, W7M!
Os campeões do Six Invitational, W7M. The Last Dance, a última dança, no último mapa.
6-1 down.
What a story! What a moment!
Fox, come here, come here. You and your team have pulled off the impossible here. It felt like it. 6-1 down on the final map of this incredible grand final. Commiserations to Faze clan. That's got to be one of the best night in Siege history. How? How did you do it?
When we lost 6-2 to them, I never stopped saying, like, believe in ourselves, guys. We can do it, we can do it, we can do it. And then we did. Like, round by round, we started believing more in ourselves, and we did it.
Agora em português, como? Estavam tomando um 6-1. Tava difícil, era praticamente impossível. Como é que rolou essa virada? E que momento histórico. The Last Dance. E vocês terminam com 2 títulos internacionais de Major e o Six Invitational.
Quando tava 6-2 pros caras, não parei de falar, não vamos parar de acreditar, guys, não vamos parar de acreditar. E round a round a gente foi ganhando essa confiança de volta, ganhando confiança de volta, os caras foram perdendo ela, e a gente voltou pro jogo e conseguiu fazer esse, que eu não tenho noção o que a gente acabou de fazer. E é isso, obrigado a todo mundo aí que tava na torcida, velho.
História foi feita aqui no ginásio do Ibirapuera.
History we've witnessed right here, 2 back-to-back majors into the three-peat. At what has been their last dance. No more W7M. This roster surely isn't going anywhere.
No, our roster is going to keep together, but W7M is the organization that did all of this for us. Like we won the 3 tournaments in the year with them, and now they will be forever in our hearts.
I'll tell you what else will be forever in your hearts, I know this for sure. This amazing crowd of 9,000 Brazilian supporters who were louder than ever in those final rounds to help you get it over the line. What do you want to say to them first in Portuguese?
Cara, todo momento ali a gente perdendo, a gente toda hora tava escutando a torcida continuando apoiando a gente. Igual eu falei ontem, isso dá muita energia pra gente. Eu olhava ali pra minha família, pra torcida, e eu sabia que eu tinha que tirar de algum lugar a força pra gente continuar. E a gente continuou e conseguiu virar. E porra, sem palavras aí. Muito obrigado a todo mundo, velho.
And just briefly in English too, for all of our amazing record-breaking viewers watching at home in English.
I would like to thank everyone in the crowd. Like I said yesterday, they wouldn't like stop supporting us round by round. Even when we didn't believe in ourselves that much, we could hear them. I saw my family, I saw the fans, and I knew that I had to get that energy from somewhere, and I got from them, and I think everyone got from them, and we made a comeback.
Your Rainbow Six Siege 2024 Invitational World Champions, W7M! Go and join your team and celebrate with the hammer. Leo,
Yo!
the greatest night for so many of us of our lives.
Definitely. It's a historical moment. É um momento histórico, ginásio do Ibirapuera. Não só pelo título da W7M. 2 Majors, um Six Invitational. Mas o que a gente presenciou aqui, o que vocês fizeram aqui, ficará para sempre na nossa memória.
We called it at the very beginning the start of a new chapter in R6 esports, and it has delivered. Amazing scenes here in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and I just need to thank from the bottom of my heart for all of us here, for all of us watching, for all of the teams. Obrigado, Brasil! Te amo!
E eu queria agradecer a todos vocês. E se daqui de cima eu pudesse aplaudir, além dos campeões, eu quero aplaudir vocês. Portanto, uma salva de palmas para vocês, bem alto, Ibirapuera. Vocês fizeram esse show. Tudo isso aqui só aconteceu por causa de cada um de vocês. Portanto, obrigado e uma salva de palmas.
And we will be back, right?
E nós vamos voltar para o Brasil, amigos.
Thank you again for every single one of you that filled this arena, and for all of you watching at home. You witnessed history, the greatest night in Rainbow Six, and we are just getting started. See you next time, Siege fam.